Something big is happening inside Avengers Doomsday, and today's leaks might be the most emotional ones yet. Because this time, it's not about explosions, it's not about cameos, it's not even about Doctor Doom. Well, not yet. It's about Thor. We've just gotten new leaks tied specifically to the second Avengers Doomsday trailer, the Thor-focused teaser, and what it reveals completely reframes the emotional core of this movie. There's a lot to break down today, and by the time we're done, you'll see why this is the most serious version of Thor we've ever seen. So let's get into it. First, quick context because this matters. According to basically every insider at this point, and so far everything lines up, Marvel has a very specific rollout plan for the Avengers Doomsday trailers. Trailer 1 was the Steve Rogers trailer, the one that revealed Captain America returning. You've probably seen it or at least heard about it by now. And yeah, spoiler alert, but if you're here, you probably don't care. That Steve Rogers trailer was the opening move. The second trailer is the Thor trailer. And this is the one that just leaked. The third trailer is reportedly a Doctor Doom focused teaser, which honestly might be the one I'm most excited for. And then week 4 is the full teaser trailer. Now I've heard some rumors that Marvel might be considering dropping the full trailer earlier than planned because of all these leaks. And that's just a rumor for now. But still, keep an eye out. And of course, subscribe and hit the notification bell because we'll cover everything as it happens. So let's talk about the Thor trailer. According to My Time to Shine Hello, Avengers Doomsday has a very strong theme of fatherhood running through it. And Thor fits directly into that theme now because he has his daughter Love. In this leaked teaser, we hear a Thor monologue. The Avengers theme plays quietly underneath. Soft, emotional, almost reverent. Honestly, I really love how they're using it here. The trailer shows Thor alone in a forest, praying, almost as if he's praying to Odin in Valhalla. And this is what he says: "Of all the crowns, the kingdoms, the pride, I ask for none. Father, hear your son. I am not worthy of life, but still I beg you, let the thread lengthen, not for thunder, not for war. Let me remain long enough to see my love once more." And immediately I love this. This is Shakespearean Thor. This is mythological Thor. This is the Norse poetry side of the character that a lot of people have been begging Marvel to bring back. He's praying to Odin, his father, who is also a god. And that line about the thread lengthen is incredibly important. In Norse mythology, there's this idea of the thread of life. And when it's cut, life ends. Think about the animated movie Hercules, where the fates literally cut the thread. That's exactly what Thor is referring to here. He's not asking for power, he's not asking for victory, he's not even asking to survive the war. He's asking for time. And I love that it rhymes, I love how poetic it is. The creative side of me really loves this because it feels authentically Thor. It's serious, and that's something a lot of fans have wanted for a long time. Thor has some incredibly serious comic runs, and as one of my favorite characters, this feels like the right direction. That final line hits the hardest. Let me remain long enough to see my love once more. Now, yes, that can refer to Jane Foster, it can refer to Loki, it can refer to anyone Thor has lost, and I do fully expect Loki to be one of the people Thor loves in Avengers Doomsday, even though it's not the same Loki. Seeing them reunite is going to be huge, but most importantly, Love is his daughter now. She was introduced in Thor Love and Thunder. Thor is thunder and she's love. She was brought back to life by eternity at the end of that movie. She's literally the child of eternity. So when Thor says this line, he's talking about her. This scene seems to take place right before the Avengers go up against Doctor Doom. They know the multiverse is collapsing, they know incursions are happening, they know entire universes, including Earth, could be destroyed. Which is ironic because Thor isn't from Earth, but he's still fighting. Not just for himself, but for everyone he loves, especially his daughter. And this is where the fatherhood theme becomes impossible to ignore. Thor and Love, Doctor Doom, who reportedly had a family, lost them, possibly to an incursion. The Fantastic Four with Franklin Richards, Steve Rogers, who we now know has a son. There's even a rumor that Steve Rogers' son appears early in the movie, and by the end he might have grown kids, possibly even involved in the conflict. And yeah, you'd have to imagine they might have some super soldier serum in them, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, the Russo Brothers already teased an official Doomsday teaser, and this Thor teaser, which is supposed to play in front of Avatar Fire and Ash next week, has already leaked. There are tons of Easter eggs baked into both. And no, the Russos didn't release their teaser because of the leaks. This is just Marvel officially kicking off the marketing phase. Though let's be honest, Marvel absolutely leaks things on purpose sometimes to generate hype. They've turned Tom Holland and Mark Ruffalo into accidental marketing tools. The Russos posted a countdown, counting down to December 2026, the first theatrical showing of Avengers Doomsday. And in the middle of that countdown, the teaser glitches and spells out Doomsday. It's like messing around with a calculator as a kid and making words appear. Same idea. At the beginning of the teaser, we see a slate, an actual filming slate. The slate reads, Roll A12, Scene A5, Take 2. That means this is the 5th scene in the entire movie right at the beginning. And they probably chose this scene for a reason, because there's a very good chance it's Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom. The theme of the movie is Doomsday, a day of doom for the MCU, for the X-Men universe, for the Fantastic Four's universe. Your doom is coming, and yes, Doctor Doom is literally coming. The Agbo logo on the slate is just the Russo Brothers production company. You see it everywhere now. At the bottom of the slate are the directors' names, and the cinematographer is Newton Thomas Sigel, who also worked with the Russos on the movie Cherry. And coming back to Thor's monologue about the thread of life, it also connects to Loki's multiversal tree with its branching threads of timelines. We also get the tag at the end of the trailer which says Thor and Loki will return in Avengers Doomsday, and another version of the countdown timer. Every teaser will have one, and it'll keep updating as we get closer to the release date. So naturally people are asking, what has Thor been doing since Love and Thunder? What happened to Loki after Loki Season 2? Marvel has said a couple years have passed. Thor and Love have been traveling the universe, helping races, fighting smaller wars, basically exactly what we saw at the end of Thor Love and Thunder. Just going around getting into fights but trying to help people this time. And honestly, because Thor is asking to see Love again, I don't think she's in Avengers Doomsday. Maybe Secret Wars, but even then, I wouldn't be shocked if Marvel never brings her back. She's not critical to the story. This teaser is really about bringing Thor and Loki back together. Now that brings us to the big question. If Loki is now the god of stories, the custodian of the multiverse, why doesn't he stop all of this? Why does the multiverse collapse anyway? My assumption is this: Franklin Richards' power, the power cosmic, Doctor Doom's magic and technology combined, a version of God Emperor Doom, something powerful enough to surpass Loki. No beyonders, just a cinematic version of Doom becoming something greater. So here's the question everyone's going to be asking. Who says the line, "The sun will shine on us again, brother"? Personally, I think it should be Thor, because this Loki never lived that moment. He only watched it inside the TVA. So imagine Thor saying, "The sun is shining on us again, brother." Present tense, finally reunited. Beyond Secret Wars, there's also Thor 5. Chris Hemsworth has teased it, Kevin Feige has talked about it, and it sounds like another soft reboot, similar to Thor Ragnarok, but hopefully handled better long term. The Russos are using Doomsday and Secret Wars as a creative reset, just like Spider-Man Brand New Day is doing for Spider-Man and Hulk. Marvel does this all the time. Same character, new era. Let me know your thoughts, theories and reactions to Avengers Doomsday in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of my latest videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.